I didn't really have any purpose. And everyone needs a purpose. And that made me just feel like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point if you don't have a purpose? Where am I going? What's the point of my life? Hi, my name's Drew Goodall. I experienced homelessness and I got myself off the streets, started a business that gives work to people who have special needs and people with learning difficulties in the attempt to try to get themselves into society again and give them a meaning and a purpose to the world. My whole life was kind of predestined to be an actor. That was what I was going to be, an actor. I graduated, got myself an agent, everything was looking fantastic. I was in Snatch with Brad Pitt. I was in various things and it was looking like I was living the dream basically. And you're invincible, aren't you? When life's going well, you're invincible. And that was how I felt. But then one day I got a job. It was in the West End. It was doing a show called Marat Sard. And I was reviewed nationally for it. And it was a terrible review. And it all spiraled downwards. And I felt like I didn't want to be an actor anymore. I was lost and I wasn't having any income anymore because I wasn't acting anymore. I ended up with a night here or there, sleeping in a park or sleeping rough. And what turned from being one night turned into being a couple of nights, turned into being full time. I made several friendships and bonds with other people who were also sleeping rough at the time. People who'd been in the armed forces, for example. And there was one guy, we became fairly close. And we used to go and hunt food together. We used to go and get foods out of the bins. I know that probably sounds disgusting to a lot of people. One day we went to a Tesco's and we got some food and we got back on the tube and we were going back to where we usually hang out. And I'm sitting on the platform with him and the next thing I know, the guy's thrown himself in front of a train. And I walked away thinking, I don't want to be that guy anymore. I could see where my life was going. I could see where my life was going if I was a few more years on the street, I went back to sleeping on the park, but I decided that I wasn't going to live like that anymore. One day I was on the green and a commuter walks past. Some people give you the time of day, they'll stop and talk to you and not necessarily give you money, but just talk to you. And he said to me, some people, they make money by going up into London, as in the financial district, and shining shoes, sitting on the street and cleaning shoes. And I thought, I could do that. And he thought the same, that I could do that. And I had some money that people had kindly given me from begging or whatever. Went and bought some shoe polishers, came into London. I'd never even really been into the financial district before, so I didn't know where I was going. But it seemed like an adventure. It seemed like something new. It seemed like hope. Really? It seemed like hope. Light at the end of the tunnel. I was sitting on the side of a street. I had a little Shoeshine box. I had my brushes. I did that for a couple of weeks and I made a little bit of money, much more than I would have done begging. And another good Samaritan or another important person in my life appeared to me on the street and said, he was having a Shoeshine. He was a sort of regular, if you like, in that 2-week period, and said, you could come shining shoes in our office. I was being chased about. It was like only fools and horses, and I had to run off when someone would turn up from the authorities. And I thought, you know what, I don't really want to be chased about anymore, and I don't want to sit in the rain anymore. So coming into your office sounds like a great idea. Thank you very much. And I went in there and I thought, this is fantastic. I've got a captive market. It was people there, wanting shoe shines. I wasn't outside. I could just walk about. People treated me with with dignity and respect. No one saw my past. And so I went round, I shined shoes, and it went really great. I eventually got so many clients that I couldn't cope anymore. And I thought, well, I need to take someone on to do some of this stuff, and started turning into a full-time business. And here I am now, and everyone I took to this day is special needs. They have multiple problems, everything from autism, Asperger's, physical disabilities, homelessness. But it's not about the money, it's hope. And that is what Sunshine Shoeshine gives to people. It's hope. Hope that there is a better life, that there is people out there that care. I don't think back to my old days too much, only when I'm doing this sort of thing. Because it feels like it does feel like another world. It feels like another world, but at the same time, all that stuff that happened to me in the past, that's still in here. You know, I will still be that person with something to prove and something to try to give back. Yeah.